Hello everybody, today I'm going to share with you this Philips SL18 electronically ballasted CFL. Now this is a very early electronically ballasted offering for the compact fluorescent lamp here in America. Now the SL line has been around for quite a while. I don't think it's around anymore naturally, but they were here in America as the electronically ballasted versions, and I think Europe had the better end of the deal because they got magnetically ballasted versions of the SL lineup. I don't know if they ever got electronic ones. I'm sure they eventually evolved into that, but the magnetically ballasted SL series of bulbs in Europe are pretty cool. So here's the American offering. These are the most common, the SL18. I do have an SL, I think it's 17 or something, in my collection as well. It's a shorter version of this exact same bulb. There should be a video on my channel somewhere. But here it is in the very early Earthlight packaging. I have 3 of these in my collection. I'm surprised that I've never made a video of them before, because the first one that I ever got was way back in the day from my grandpa, and it's in the exact style of packaging. It might be a little different, but this one looks to be originally their original design for this Earthlight style. So anyway, I picked this up at Goodwill a while back, maybe a couple years ago now, for $3. The box is in great shape, it's brand new, and I was like, well, I finally need to make a video of one of these. Well, a couple years later, and still hasn't been one, there's one here now. So here we have the front of the packaging, the Earthlight branding. Look at the detail in those evergreens. The SL18 energy saving bulb. Get a picture of the bulb itself. It's 75 watt equivalent incandescent. It uses only 18 watts. On the side here, they show very optimistic fixtures. You can put it in like this table lamp. That totally will fit this enormous bulb. Or this ceiling can light. That's probably for a BR40 incandescent bulb because of how big this thing is. Or outdoor fixtures, that makes sense. There's plenty of room in those. So, but look at pictures. That doesn't happen anymore on packaging. They just don't put detail into that stuff, so that's pretty cool to see. On the back, you can see all the information about this bulb, why it's so great compared to the others, and why it's good for you. So there's its comparisons. It isn't, well, it is as bright just by what? Well, no, it isn't, actually. I don't know what I'm looking at. It's 80 lumens less than a standard 75 watt incandescent. Of course, it lasts longer naturally. Interesting that they made this box out of 100% recycled material to save a tree. I don't think a whole tree is needed to make a box, but we'll go with it. Of course, there's more information here on the side. Assembled by Philips in Mexico. Interesting. On the bottom, we have our UPC. And on the top, you can see, well, more basic information. So, let's go ahead and get it out of its package here. Open other end. Well, then why did you put it on this end? And there's our beautiful bulb. Inside we have some very good packaging. Can't see down in there. Set that aside, and you can see the supports for the tube. Now, the magnetically ballasted versions had the ballast up here in the middle between the tubes. Very cool. Of course, here we have all the ballasting equipment because it's electronic in the bottom. So you can see SL1827, because I believe this is 2700K, so warm white. That must be a date code, probably. There's some information here about putting it in dimmers. Of course, the pretty standard 3 times the base thing so that doesn't tip over. Now, this isn't as heavy as a magnetically ballasted CFL at the time, so it's much lighter. I like how far apart the tube is inside. Very cool design. Of course, now compact fluorescents are very compact. This isn't as compact as the spiral CFLs of today. Well, filament LEDs have taken over all that. So let's put it in to our little test here. we'll turn off the 3 lights we have here for our video, and we'll turn it on for the first time. Ah, yes, there we go. So it doesn't look like it is a mercury starved, so obviously it's way before that kind of stuff came into play. But I'm sure it needs a little bit of time to get up to its full brightness. Very nice refractor design around the tube. You can see we have one holder there, and the holders here on the end. I believe this tube is the same style tube and everything for the magnetically ballasted versions that were used in European countries. I'm going to hold it above the camera here. It's pretty much almost at full brightness. It does a really good job getting there quickly. There's the box. Here's a tape measure. Well, you know what? Thinking of the tape measure, let's measure how long this thing is. I'll do it once we turn the lights back on. Let me set this down. I want to get our little meter, our little lux meter here, and see what we can get for a lux rating. We shall turn it on and place it right there. Hold the bulb about 1 foot above the meter. Of course, at this angle you can't really tell it's a foot, but it's there. And of course we need to change our multiplier here to get a better reading. So here we have about 900 lux from about 1 foot away of the meter. Of course, if you look at it directly on, it's not as much because there's not as much light coming out the end as the side. But a very good performer, absolutely. So again, that's lux. You'd have to convert that into lumens to get the lumens on the package. But just some extra information there for everyone. Okay, I'm going to turn the lights back on, and we will get a measurement to show you really how long this thing is. So it's about 6 inches, 7 if you include the base on it. You know what? Let me find a incandescent bulb to compare it with. You know, I should be prepared for all these kinds of things, but never am. So here we go. And we do have an A19 size bulb here, so definitely wouldn't fit in a fixture made for only this size. You definitely need a big enough fixture for all of that. It's about the height of 2 of them, really. But really great design. I've seen these a lot over the years, still in use. So they have to last much longer than the printed hours on the box. Let me see what the box actually said again. So it says 10,000 hours on it, but they have to last longer than that because I've seen these things. They can get quite yellowed. All the plastic can get yellowed. This can get pretty crinkly and yellow and sad looking, but they really last. Philips made a great product here in their SL line of CFLs. Well, I really do hope you enjoyed this video, and also please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. And thank you very much for watching.